So, what's the secret sauce? What's the roadmap that these successful companies are following? Let's take a look at how they're pulling this off in the real world. This really gets to the heart of it. The companies that are winning with AI, they're not trying to build some crazy, flashy moonshot that will change the world overnight. No, the real, tangible wins are coming from applying AI to the practical and, yeah, let's be honest, sometimes boring tasks of everyday business. And just think about what that means. We're talking about automating all that repetitive back office work, speeding up the soul crushing process of reviewing legal contracts, or making the whole HR recruitment process way more efficient. These things might not sound glamorous, but they deliver real, measurable results fast. This is where that 74% is finding all the value. But it's not just about picking the right projects. The Wharton study also dug up the single biggest roadblock to AI success. And guess what? It has absolutely nothing to do with the technology. It's a people problem. Just look at this gap. It's fascinating. The study found that the people at the top, the executives, they are incredibly optimistic about AI. But then you go ask the managers on the ground, the people who actually have to make this stuff work, and that optimism takes a nosedive. So what's with the disconnect? Well, that gap is a massive red flag. It's basically screaming that there's a company-wide training crisis. You've got executives pushing for AI from the top, but they are completely failing to invest in teaching their teams how to actually use these powerful new tools. The technology is ready to go, but the people, they haven't been brought along for the ride. And this training crisis, it leads to this really interesting and pretty critical challenge that every single company needs to think about. It's something people are starting to call the skills paradox. So what's the paradox? It's something called skill atrophy. It's the risk that as we start to rely more and more on AI to do our thinking for us, our own essential human skills, critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, could actually start to get weaker. And this is so, so important. To get the most value out of artificial intelligence, we have to, at the same time, invest in our human intelligence. A great AI strategy isn't about replacing people. It's about making them better, augmenting them. And that just doesn't happen without a real plan for developing your people. Which really brings us to the final takeaway in this whole debate. When you get past all the crazy headlines and the hype, you find a pretty simple truth at the center of it all. The real story of AI ROI, it isn't actually about the technology. It's about people. It's about making sure leadership is on the same page as their teams. It's about making a real serious investment in training your people. At the end of the day, getting AI right is a human transformation, and technology is just the tool that gets us there. So let's end by reframing this whole conversation. The evidence is pretty clear. AI can deliver an incredible return on investment. The real question that we all need to be asking ourselves is this: are we willing to invest enough in our people to actually unlock all of that potential? And that's the thought I'll leave you with. Thanks for tuning in.